This is the story of Marcus, who lived in Cleveland, Ohio. Marcus was a classically trained chef. He had poured his entire life savings and a bank loan into opening a small restaurant called The Hearth. His dream was to serve people soul food. The kind of food that brings comfort to the heart. The first 6 months were wonderful. Then, a large factory in the city, the backbone of the local economy, shut down. People lost their jobs. The same people who once spent $50 on a meal at Marcus's restaurant now couldn't even afford a $5 coffee. The Hearth went cold. Marcus lowered prices, laid off staff, and worked 18-hour days himself. But eventually, he had to close the restaurant. He went bankrupt. He lost his house. He lost his car. He was forced to move into his friend's basement. He fell into a deep depression. The chef whose hands once created delicious art now ate instant noodles heated in a microwave. One day, he was walking past the community center, where a food bank was distributing free meals. He saw people being given canned processed food and dry bread. He watched a mother trying to explain to her child, "This is all there is." For the first time in months, Marcus felt anger. Not at his own fate, but at the system. He thought to himself, being poor doesn't mean you don't deserve dignity, and a dignified meal is a basic human right. Marcus borrowed $50 from his friend. He used that money to buy meat, vegetables, and spices. He talked to the management of the community center and asked to use their old, unused kitchen. The next day, when people lined up for the food bank, they weren't handed dry bread. They were met with the aroma of a hot beef stew and freshly baked rolls made by Marcus. He hadn't just made food, he had served dignity. This was supposed to be a one-time thing, but the next week, people came back. This time, a local farmer donated vegetables. A bakery donated bread. Marcus realized that people didn't just want food, they wanted a purpose. He started a new model. He opened a donation cafe right there in the community center. He named it The Hearth 2.0. The rule was simple. There were no prices on the menu. If you can afford it, pay $10. If you can't afford $10, pay $1. If you can't even afford $1, volunteer for 1 hour by washing dishes in the kitchen. The concept took off. Wealthy people would pay $50 to cover the meal of someone who couldn't. People who had lost their jobs would volunteer, feeling not like freeloaders, but like part of the team. Today, The Hearth 2.0 is the most famous restaurant in Cleveland. It's a non-profit that feeds thousands of people every day. Marcus is no longer bankrupt. He has been given the Community Hero Award by the city, and major companies now fund his mission. Moral: Marcus's first restaurant failed because it was just about making money. His second restaurant succeeded because it was about a mission. Your greatest success is often hidden just behind your biggest failure. When you lose everything, you finally discover what you truly have: your skill and your passion.